So for this video, I'm going to show you a couple agricultural companies that you can invest in. I'm from a small town here in the Midwestern United States, so I grew up around a lot of agriculture, and it's always just kind of interested me. So here's just some companies that you can invest in if you want to invest in the future of agriculture. So the first one here is Raven Industries. It says Raven Industries, Inc. engages in the provision of technology products and solutions for the industrial, agricultural, energy, construction, and aerospace or defense industries. It pays a 2.35% dividend yield. It does have a PE ratio of 30.83, which seems a little bit high for me. But if we go up here and find it on dividend.com, pays 13 cents a quarter, has a payout ratio of 53.6%, and like I said, a dividend yield of 2.35%. So overall, it seems like a pretty safe bet. As you can see here, the 5-year chart, it's been trending up, obviously, except for this since the coronavirus hit, it's been down, but it's been trending up for the past 5 years, and it's held that dividend. So just something to look out for. I know with precision agriculture and stuff like that, there's been a lot more technology that's going into the farm implements that farmers are using. I know a lot of the big tractors and combines, they have GPS systems built in so that they can even drive themselves, and they know when the end of the rows are and everything. It's crazy how much technology goes into these implements anymore. But that's the first one. The second one here is AGM, Federal Agriculture Mortgage. So, Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation is stockholder-owned, federally chartered corporation which engages in the provision of a secondary market for agricultural real estate and rural housing mortgage loans, rural utility loans, and loans guaranteed by the United States Department of Agriculture. So, this would be your I don't know if any of you guys are from the small town, your FCS Financial, CoBank, stuff like that. Those places, they give loans to individual people, but the money that CoBank and FCS Financial have to give out is a loan from the federal government. So I know it seems kind of weird. You're not taking a loan from the government, but the money that you're getting the loan from comes from them. So that's what this company does. This is the parent company of that. So past 1 year, it looks like it's been trending up, except for everything that's been going on recently. 5 years has a really good 5-year chart. Only has 191 people on Robinhood that own that, which seems kind of low. But PE ratio, that's low PE ratio. Dividend yield of 4.97%. So really good dividend yield. And look at those earnings, up around $2.27, $2 per share earnings. That seems really good. So let me go back to dividend.com just because I always like to check that out whenever I'm looking at a stock to buy. Payout ratio of 36%, so it's really good. Still has an active dividend policy even through all the hard times that have been going on. So that seems like a really good company, and I might have to buy one share or two maybe at $67. So it's it's not pricey compared to like its PE ratio, but $67 from where I'm at right now is a somewhat decent sized chunk of change. But I could still afford to buy one or two. I've got $150 or $130 in buying power right now, so I could buy 2 shares. But it just seems like a good company if you want to invest in the agricultural market, for sure. So the next one I have is Golden Ocean. $3.19, pays a 9.39% dividend yield. So Golden Ocean Group engages in the ownership and operation of dry bulk vessels. The company manages these vessels. I'm not going to mess with trying to pronounce all of those, but and transports bulk commodities, including ores, coal, grains, and fertilizer. So this is kind of a play on, I feel like, international trade. If you're going to have international trade, you need to have those bulk vessels to transport them to across the ocean to China or somewhere in Europe or Asia, wherever they're going. So, really, I feel like if you think international trade is going to go up, this might be the stock for you. So, 5 years, beginning of the 5 year graph is really bad, but once you get here to February 2016, it stayed relatively steady. Um, so I don't know. So I'll leave that up to you. They do have a suspended dividend right now, so you're not going to be getting anything currently, but they're negative payout ratio, so they're operating at a loss right now. But cutting that dividend will help them save some money to get back and eventually, hopefully, pay shareholders, pay them dividends. But just something to watch out for. Whenever they decide to increase their dividends or start paying them out again, I'm sure the stock prices will go up. So I'm not sure what you guys think on that one, but just something for you. Archer Daniels Midland is the next one. Wait for that to load. So Archer Daniels Midland, ADM, they process oilseeds, corn, wheat, cocoa, and other agricultural commodities. And they have their following segments: carbohydrate solutions, ag service, oilseeds. They also do merchandising, which is kind of like this next one that I'll be showing you. But they process this and they can sell it to the other big time producers that like your big bread companies and your big consumer packaged goods companies. They'll sell these products to them so that those big consumer packaged goods companies don't have to worry about processing themselves. So here's the 5 year chart. It's a little bit up and down, but it doesn't really have an uptrend or a downtrend. Dividend yield of 3.88%. Now this is you can see the market cap right here of $21.88 billion. That's a pretty large market cap for an agricultural company. Head back over here to dividend.com. Still has an active dividend policy, which is really good. Payout ratio of only 51%. So that they're holding on to a lot of money and they have room to up that dividend if they ever want to. So $1.44 a year, pays quarterly, as you can see. But I would say it's a pretty safe bet. I know it's been around for a long time, and I'm sure you could even go and look at a list of their customers and everything. But 67% buy rating, and 4,100 people hold it on Robinhood. So just something else to look out for. And then my last one here for you is, if I can spell it right, the Andersons group. So they do have a downtrend for the 5 year group. Pays a dividend yield of 5.44%. So here you can see the earnings. I would assume these two are supposed to be negative, and then that's the negative sign just right there. But this is the Andersons. It's an agricultural-rooted, diversified company which engages in railcar leasing and repair, turf products production, and consumer retailing. It operates through the following business segments: trade, ethanol, plant nutrient, and rail. The trade segment specializes in the movement of physical commodities such as whole grains products, feed ingredients, frac sand, domestic fuel products, and other agricultural commodities, and so on. So they do a lot of grain trading and just commodity trading in general. I guess I would kind of say it's similar to arbitrage. So they'll buy something, grain tends to be cheaper here in the Midwest where we have a lot of it. So they'll take the grain here from the Midwest, buy it directly from the farmer. They're always going to try and give the farmer a fair price, but they're going to buy the grain from the farmer and then transport that grain to the coast or to the Gulf or somewhere where they can then sell it at a higher price, or they can sell, go ahead and trade it internationally if they have a buyer over there. But they're going to buy and sell commodities and make a little bit of money on it. Now, this is kind of an essential business for the agricultural and even food supply chains. Without getting these ingredients everywhere where they need to go, you can't have your ingredients to make your food or do anything like that. So go to dividend.com, again, a negative PE ratio, so they're losing money at least on their last earnings report. But a dividend yield of 5.44%, still active. Um, but just my last company here to show you. So these are just a list of companies that I had that would be in the agricultural sector. On Robinhood, you can click agriculture here, and it'll show you a lot of the companies here related to agriculture. I went through them, and I picked my favorite, and my favorite that pay high dividends, because I'm a dividend investor, and I love making those, receiving those dividend payments. So, there's a lot more agricultural companies out there for you to do your own research on, but these were just my favorite because they had a high paying dividend. And I was only looking at the dividend and how safe of a company it is. So, as always, you're just going to have to make your own decisions, do your own research. But just some companies I figured I'd show you.